Hello and welcome to GameRomp Easy Mode. This is an easygoing podcast where we talk about video games, what we've been playing, any particular news we want to talk about, etc. I'm one of your hosts, David.
I'm the other host, Deanna.
And this is our third podcast since our return, right?
Yep. Excited.
It's always fun to talk about video games with you. I mean, I think so. It's easier
it's
than streaming. This is just like an hour versus streaming is like 4 hours or whatever.
I don't think we ever made it 4 hours, but you're sweet.
So, I've been playing some new stuff, sort of, or old stuff. You've been playing.
I guess one is a new thing that we did together. One is technically an old thing because it was back in like 2006, I think. It's a kind of old game. It has like 3 dates on the intro screen.
Oh, yeah. And the original was on the PS1.
Yeah, and then the last one for me is a repeat, so.
Well, we're both going back to some of these repeat games. So we'll do the live service games at the end, I guess. So if you want, we can talk about InKonbini since you wrote down some stuff about it. This is the game that we've been streaming for a bit.
Yeah, so I guess the full title is like InKonbini, One Store, Many Stories, something like that.
1 store, 4 stories.
What? I mean, it's a couple of stories.
Okay,
whatever.
5 or 6.
I thought it was a good game, but I know you're not super into story games. But I really like about it is that it's a short game.
I'm into story games when there's more to do, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you could kind of ignore more of the customers if you wanted to finish restocking the entire store. If that's what you meant by doing more things.
No. Okay, so this is one of the games that we streamed together, like on your days. Because we do your games on your days, my games on my days, whatever.
Right.
I thought it was fine. It was cute. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I guess I was getting kind of bored by them. I think the only character stories that I enjoyed were like maybe the old man and the weird mute guy that we thought was a yokai at first.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, this guy's a fucking yokai. I just know it. And no, he's just a musician.
And like, there's nothing wrong with the other characters, but they're just whatever. But they're not like... I guess when I thought of this game, I thought it would be more like management stuff, but you could basically ignore all the InKonbini stuff. Like,
kind of. Yeah.
If you do ignore stalking and stuff, the worst that happens is the customers are like, oh, I can't find this, and then you go hand deliver it to them, which you have to do half the time anyways.
Yeah. Actually, it would be interesting to see. I'm sure there's so many playthroughs, but see if someone did specifically restock the entire store, made sure everything was in its exact place, and see if that did make differences of what the customers would, like, ask you about.
Yeah, it probably would. But, like, it doesn't feel... Not that it has to be punishing, but it doesn't feel like it really matters if they get inconvenienced or not.
Probably not.
Like,
you just have to help them a little bit more.
There was that one point where the kid was asking you, like, oh, this lady wants these things on the list, and 2 of them are optional. I don't think it really matters if you do the optional ones at all.
Maybe not, but again, I guess I would still be curious to see if it is. Like, if there is a difference in the story, even if it's just a couple of lines or something.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. Because I know at one point he asked, oh, can you make sure the natto's on the down where I can grab it? And you did that, and he made a little comment about it. But he also didn't buy any natto that day, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I don't know, what else do you think about that game?
I think it was good because, like, it's a story game, it's short, which is a good thing for me because I'll bring this up with Dragon Quest, but I can only play games for a certain amount of time in one go generally. There's always going to be times where sometimes I just really get into a game and that's all I want to do, like the hyper-focus issue. But if I don't have that, I can only do it in small spurts.
Interesting.
So the fact that this game only lasted, like, I think we streamed 3 or 4 times at most, and we finished it.
Yeah.
It was, like, good. It came to its conclusion. I wasn't getting to the point of the game where I'm just like, oh, God, it just keeps fucking dragging on. Please just stop this.
See, I was definitely feeling that towards the end, but... I mean, I don't know.
Because even with good games, like, take, for instance, Red Dead Redemption. Dead Redemption 2, technically.
Yeah.
We've been over this, but, like, it was a good game. I fucking loved it. But at the end, I'm like, please just end this.
I think, I agree. I think for me, the thing that fatigued me was just the combat.
That didn't help. The rest of it was fine.
I loved being in that world. But it was just knowing that every time I wanted to see story stuff, and the story is like really well done, right?
You have to kill like 50 people.
Exactly.
First.
So it's like, oh, John and whoever, or Arthur has to go help his friend do this or that. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. You're going to end up having to shoot like 30 people. It's just, it becomes so tedious.
And not that I would say these games or stories that I'm going to bring up are on the same par as Red Dead. But similar happened in like the Tomb Raider with Lara Croft.
Yeah.
What was the one with the version with the guy?
The version with the guy. Oh, you mean Nathan Drake's game?
Yeah, all those games.
See, I was when I was
it's like
just,
the story's fine, but killing people after hundreds of people is just like, good lord, I've just committed like fucking genocide against the whole country, basically.
I'm trying to figure out in my mind why I dislike that in Red Dead, but yet when I play Fallout, I don't get those feelings at all. Like going through a dungeon in Fallout, it doesn't feel tedious to me. It feels fun. Maybe it's because the combat is just a little simpler. Maybe it's easier. But then
in Red Dead, you could count it as simple because their version of VATS is just like, well, slow down time and blow everyone's brains out and that's it. And then you're done.
Yeah, I really don't know why. Maybe it's because of the legendary weapons and stuff. But even in like Fallout New Vegas, like there's no legendary weapons in that. And like I've never felt those games to be too tedious.
Do you ever feel like maybe it was because Red Dead Redemption was, or at least felt seemingly more in reality? In reality, you're not going to be killing that many people, but in Fallout, it's like everything's kind of a joke and exaggerated anyways.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. And there's variety in Fallout. Like, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I'm thinking of, like, going through a raider camp, and it's like, you know, it's whatever. But then there's also super mutant camps, or, like, the feral ghouls, or robots. So there's, like, some variety.
We're dealing sometimes with animals.
Whereas in Red Dead, it's always just dudes with guns.
Yeah.
It's a little different, yeah. So that probably doesn't help. Also, well, I guess you get companions in Red Dead as well.
Actually, that's a good point. Do you ever have to shoot in Red Dead? Ever have to shoot women? Is it always dudes? Like, I know this because of, like, sexism and stuff, but...
I mean, you can, but, like, story-wise, I don't know.
The only thing I can remember is the brother and sister freaky thing, right?
I don't know. I don't recall any story... Because, like, most of the antagonists in that game are, like, the lawmen or the O'Driscolls, which are all dudes.
Yeah, the Pinkertons.
Or the U.S. Army at some point.
And I don't think any of them would have allowed women in there.
No, I don't know. I mean, you can just shoot random strangers on the street, but...
Well, sure.
Other than that, no, I don't think so. But,
And I only bring that up because, like, geez, you don't even have a difference of genders to shoot against. It's literally all dudes.
We got off track there for a bit, didn't we? We were talking about InKonbini.
Yeah, geez, and then we go to a shooting game.
Yeah, I don't remember why we strayed into that.
Anyways, the only thing I was, this is probably going to be silly, because, I mean, most story games probably want to have a lesson at the end of it, but it was just like, just try to enjoy the little simple things in life.
Yeah, I do that in real life.
Because didn't you bring up at the end of one of the streams, probably like the last stream, that it's just like, hey, now I'm kind of reminiscing about my time working at the convenience store?
Yeah, because like in the game, it's very idealized. You don't have to deal with bad customers.
Yeah, no one's
You don't have to go clean up shit from the toilet. All the bad stuff of being a convenience store, you don't have to do that in this game. So there is that. Plus, we're in the USA, so the culture is different than like a Japanese konbini.
Yeah, vastly different.
I guess technically they could have drunk people there, like they just didn't choose to show that. But like we had to deal with alcoholics, we had to deal with gambling addicts, we had to deal with people who would literally sleep in front of the store, or like I had to deal with neo-Nazis.
Oh God.
And like it's just, this was a very happy story. It was very simple. And I will say one of the things I really liked about it though was just the vibe, because the konbini and all the products are so fun to look at. Whereas in like our gas station, it's so like, you got the wall of alcohol, then you got the wall of boner pills, and then you got like the little section with the, you know, the self-serve Coke and Pepsi and all that stuff. It's just visually, even going to nice gas stations here, like when we go to like, I don't know, Cumberland Farms or whatever for the food, and they have like this food thing in ours. Never mind, don't worry. the vibe just isn't the same as like the fun, colorful vibe of like a Japanese store.
Yeah, like Cumberland Farms is like, or at least the one we go to, is nice and clean, and all its sections are fine. But yeah, it's not colorful, it's not fun, it's not goofy, it doesn't have mascots everywhere.
It's not visually appealing like this store is. This store feels cozy, and that is a nice vibe that definitely is different than what we worked with. But like the gas station we worked at was also, in a way, I guess it could be cozy, especially like the overnights when it was slow. I would just bring my Game Boy Advance and play like Harvest Moon or Golden Sun or Advance Wars. There is some nostalgia to like, okay, I'm going to finish up all my like work of stocking and putting everything I need in cleaning, and then I'm going to have like 2 or 3 hours to just sit here and like barely serve any customers, so I'm just going to play video games. And that was cozy.
Oddly enough, if I'm remembering correctly, staying with you at the convenience store and you were doing your job or something, and I remember we set up like your laptop on like a bunch of milk crates, and I was just sitting there, and like that's where I played Portal 1.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I kind of remember just doing that, and that's where I played this particular video game. So.
Yeah, I remember my cousin would also come visit sometimes. Like during the overnights, he'd bring his Game Boy, and we'd both just play like Harvest Moon together. And I remember even back in the day thinking like, Harvest Moon is so good that even my cousin is playing it. The guy that would like always just play M-rated games.
And it is funny, though, to think back on certain jobs and being able to pick out those few times where it was like reminiscing about the good stuff and all the crap that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because in life, they often say that we remember the worst, the bad stuff that happens a lot more, and we complain about it a lot more. Like when you're writing a review for products, you're most likely going to write a review for a bad product.
Yeah, that's true.
And when we think of like bad experiences at a place, like those stand out. But then when you play something like this, it kind of makes you remember the good times, or like the fun times. Because
like, yeah, I can think of all the crap times at the convenience store.
Yeah.
Or when I worked at McDonald's. Or when I worked at Foxwoods. But then sometimes, you know what? I kind of like thinking back to the weird times of working at Foxwoods. And I would wait for you to finish your shift. So I was basically almost staying for 2 shifts. And I kind of liked staying up at like 6 in the morning after my shift technically ended at like 2 a.m. But just looking out the windows out into the wilderness and those hills and seeing the nice fog.
Yeah, it was really
and the
pretty.
Sunrise. And yeah, okay, fine, staying there an extra 6 hours after my shift ended fucking sucked. But I can pick out that little bit and be like, wow, that was fucking pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just nice sometimes to take a small little story game and try to reflect on the lesson it's trying to give you. Because sometimes you're just going to forget it.
I guess.
So, I guess that sums up basically what this did for us a little bit.
Yeah, the game was okay, but it does stir like nostalgic memories, which is fun.
And it probably also helps because we did the same job. We did it at different hours, so technically I worked with way more customers than you probably had to deal with, but you probably had to deal with worse customers.
I mean, when I worked there, I worked all 3 shifts.
Oh, okay, fair.
I've done mornings, I've done afternoons, and I did overnights. I think eventually I just liked doing the overnights because it was like just more chill. So like I started volunteering for that shift more.
I couldn't do that because, I mean, being me, not being able to stay up at those hours, but also just safety reasons. Which technically it was also a safety issue for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lady that did overnights as well, so. But I mean, yeah, I get you. Any closing thoughts on InKonbini?
The last thoughts would be that I thought it was like, okay, it's a Japanese-inspired game, and technically the development team, I forget if it was Nigai or something Industries, and it is a dev team in Tokyo, but it seems most of the people are not actually Japanese. Like, it's a Tokyo-based development team made of foreigners.
Huh, interesting.
Or mostly, because as the names were going through the credits, it seemed to me, and this is, okay, I don't know all the last names of the world, obviously, but it seemed like a lot of the last names were, like, Eastern European names. There was a couple of Japanese people in there, of course, but I just thought it was interesting because I thought it was all Japanese. I was like, no, not really.
I think that's interesting because, like, a lot of times when people move to a new area or a new city, if they really like where they end up, they can sometimes tend to appreciate it more than the people who, like, grew up there natively.
Yeah, because, I mean, you stay somewhere for so long, you just kind of get used to it.
So I can imagine people moving there and being like, whoa, these convenience stores are so cool. And, like, maybe they worked at a convenience store or something back in their hometown and, like, putting all that together. Maybe that's why all the Japanese was not real Japanese then.
Maybe.
The characters, like the kanji and the kana.
On all the products, it was like Japanese-inspired characters, or even, you could say, maybe
like
Chinese.
A mix.
There was some that you could... One of them definitely looked like it was legitimately just the kanji for big. But a lot of them were like, it kind of looks like something, but it's technically gibberish.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So, that was kind of cool, because like we have games sometimes like that, like Simlish. There might be a couple of characters in Simlish that are technically just our letters, but most of it's just gibberish.
That's interesting. I guess it makes sense that it's that way if it was foreigners that made the game. Because, like, if it was native Japanese people, it feels like it'd just be easier to just write the things down.
Not only that, but I'm just thinking it's easier to make like a gibberish language, so you don't have to translate it with all the different countries it's going to go to, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, like, if it's a Konbini, then you wouldn't translate everything.
I mean, it's kind of known that, like, this is a Japanese store. Well, it's a Japanese store with Japanese characters. Like, everyone has Japanese names. You're not, like, pretending, oh, this could be in Korea, this could be in China. No, this is Japan.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, I think it's just, if they're foreigners and they didn't want to, like, take the time to, you know, write up all this kanji and kana for all these different products, because there's so many products, like a lot of products.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're just gonna fake it. It's fine. Nobody cares.
You'll get the gist of it. But yeah, I thought it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I got it through the Xbox PC Pass thing, so that also helped.
Do you have another game that you want to play on stream now that that's done?
I have a few things, yeah.
Okay, because I have one that we can start soon. It's gonna be Final Fantasy VII with some mods. But I guess we can talk about that more later. I got it running, and it looks and runs pretty good, so we'll see.
Yes. So the other game that I've also been playing, like, at the same time. Originally, I wanted to be able to stream these, but cable management is a pain in the ass. It didn't work. So, off stream and on my own accord, or for my own enjoyment, I've been playing Dragon Quest VII.
Yeah, on the 3DS.
Yes. And it's fine. It's a Dragon Quest game. The story is also serviceable. You're playing as these 3 kids ranging from maybe preteen to a guy who's almost 18, basically. And they're going off on their, like, childhood adventure type of deal. It's okay. I mean, I don't have any, like, personal backstory with Dragon Quest. Whereas, like, if I had played a Dragon Quest when I was a kid, maybe I'd have more nostalgia or something for it, obviously.
What made you want to play it?
I mean, I had played, what was it, Dragon Quest 9?
Yeah.
A little bit. It's weird, because, like, okay, Dragon Quest, for all its games, has only ever had, like, one soundtrack, basically.
Well.
So, even just hearing just the intro song, maybe not childhood nostalgia, but it still clicks something in my brain. And the characters are vaguely cute. The monsters are also vaguely cute, some more than others. Like, hey, the slimes are always everyone's classic. That's fun. All the different slimes, even the, like, flying slimes and the night slime or slime knight or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you got the ulcer monster, and that's just a mess. So, that poor thing is so gross.
I don't know which one you're talking about. There's not every monster is in every game, but yeah.
Yeah, the ulcer is like this mostly blue ooze creature that has one giant eye, bloodshot eye and a smaller eye, and he's like, honestly, instead of calling it ulcer, maybe if they had called it like cancer or cancerous or something, because it's just a mess of a being. It's gross, but it's supposed to be. And then you got the little pip monsters, Or at least most of them seem to be called something Pip, like Warrior Pip or Magician Pip or something like that. And they're like just cute little goblin characters. They're kind of elf-like, I guess. And they're so stupid cute.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. Like, slimes are cute, but these guys I think are actually cuter. But then the more as I play this game, it's like, this is another one of those games where I can only handle playing for like half an hour at most.
Yeah.
I usually drag myself a little bit longer in the hopes of just getting to the church to save my game. And then I'm just exhausted from it.
It's interesting. I think it's because, I don't know if it's because it's turn-based or something, but like, they don't have random encounters anymore, but like the enemies are still littered around where you can't like avoid everything, and you still need to like, you know, level up and stuff, so you're still going to be doing a lot of battles, and like the monsters are fun to look at, but after a while you're just kind of doing the same thing in every battle, I guess. So
I think one thing that I've been struggling with a lot lately is, I'll try to get around this without spoiling any story of this. When you get to the point where you try to get new classes and something happens and then you lose your magical abilities. For my main character in Ruff, it's not really that bad. Because it's weird because Ruff doesn't seem to use his MP at all. But I guess one of his abilities he still can't use because he would call on like the other wolf to help him. And he hasn't done that since this incident. So it's like half magic, half not magic. And
you always play with the AI controlling the party members? Or do you switch?
I've actually been switching now.
Okay.
Where I've been controlling them because through this cave system, there's more... Not only do we not have our abilities, which sucks, but there's more variety, I guess, in the monsters you're fighting all at once. And there's going to be ones I want to take out sooner. So if I'm not telling them to take out like the one that explodes, they're going to be hitting other things and then we can't coordinate as well.
Oh, gotcha.
So I've been actually taking them over for a little bit. Who knows, it might change once we get all our magic abilities back. But going through the cave system, and then I went through it again thinking I had to go to the other village. And then I get there and I do the little talk button to like, what do I need to do? And Maribel is like, why did you come back here? We need to go back and save so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I have to go through that whole fucking cave system again, which means fighting all these monsters again. And on top of that, I didn't realize until the fucking like third time through this cave system that I had like some kind of stone that I could use to heal us. Not as well as my usual healing ability, but it would do like 20 points at a time. And then I figured out I could use that to heal us. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But I can only use that to heal us while we're in battle. So not only am I down to 3 characters, now I'm trying to use my main character who has that one item to try and heal us.
Why not give it to Maribel?
Because either way, we still only have like, okay, I guess I would attack more than her. I don't know. It was in his bag, so I just fucking kept it there. Look, I told you I'm not great at like strategy.
Well, there's a tip for you at least.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, this is the thing I like about, you know, RPGs where you have to think about those things. Like, well, obviously, if somebody's going to be on healing duty, it's not going to be the dude that does the most.
Look, I just realized that I should be keeping the herbs in everyone's bag so they can each use it, because I can only... If I'm out of battle, right?
Yeah.
I can go into either the regular bag or my character's bag and use those herbs on anyone.
Yeah.
But if I'm in battle, I can't do that.
Yeah.
If it's in my bag, I have to use it on me, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So
yeah,
I finally
there's
learned
inventory management in Dragon Quest.
Oh, yeah. So
it can be kind of a pain.
I learned that. It's a little late, but then again, I have a bad feeling I'm not even halfway through this fucking game, so...
Yeah,
oh my God.
I think you're about to the area where I just stopped playing. And I played this on the PS1, so it took me longer to even get that far.
So now I gotta go through the fucking fighting arena, and that's gonna be an absolute pain in the ass.
Did you actually unlock the jobs or not yet?
No, it's after I get through this arena thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I have to prove myself to the fucking hell monsters or some shit before they let us... I don't know. I gotta defeat them or something.
Okay. I just vaguely... It's been so long I can barely remember it.
And, like, I feel bad because I know how much you seem to like Dragon Quest, and I'm sure a lot of other people love Dragon Quest and whatever. But there's, like, so many things I could bitch about that are, like, admittedly pretty minute. So it's just me being a bitch about things.
I mean,
guess.
I just complained about the inventory management. Like, Dragon Quest was one of the early JRPGs, but like if you play Final Fantasy, for example, we're going to be playing through Final Fantasy VII. They all just share one giant item bag with infinite space, and it's just so much easier.
I mean, I get it, but on the other hand, I feel like, man, maybe I should have known this beforehand or like explored it a little bit. I don't know.
Well, you can explore as much as you like. You don't have to finish it. I never finished 7. I think.
I know, but I'm like almost at the same time so sick of starting so many games and never finishing them.
Yeah, well, you can just take your time with it then. I think I've only finished. I think I beat 4 and 8 and 9 and 11. I've played through 1. I don't remember if I finished 1 or not. I know I've gotten to the Dragon Lord, the boss of it. I don't remember if I beat it.
Yeah, that sounds close enough at least.
Did not get far in 2. Did not finish 3. Did not finish 5 or 6. So yeah, my history with it is kind of all over the place. And I don't know. The world of Dragon Quest is fun. I love the monsters, but like the combat system is not as engaging as some other JRPGs.
Well, after playing Suikoden, I mean, that's kind of hard to do, right?
Well, even Suikoden 2, like, it's pretty simple in a way, but it's so much snappier and faster, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because everyone's doing their thing almost at the same time.
Yeah. They all have their own pros and cons.
I think a funny thing for me is that I don't know if it's just because of his style or because they didn't want to make more characters without his input or what have you, but like at the very least I can understand like NPCs being like one character can be used multiple times.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me is when those same multiple characters as NPCs also get used for main storyline characters. And that makes it more weird for me. Because, like, I'm working with, like, one of the storylines has this, like, little boy. So it's like, fine, okay. But then you see that same literal... There's only one style of little boy in the entire game.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
It's like, you really couldn't make the main storyline characters a little bit different?
I think you gotta remember that, again, this was a PS1 game, so that would have been a tiny little sprite. And I guess you could say...
It probably would have worked better in sprites, but in 3D models,
yeah.
It's like, it's even more weird.
That's probably less noticeable in the 3D games, but I mean, maybe not. It just depends on the characters, because like you're always going to see that fucking helmet dude, the big buff helmet dude, and the merchant guys. And
well,
like,
I can understand, again, I can understand for NPCs, and like, okay, the muscle guy is like usually, say, if he always got used as like the store merchant. So it's like a Pokemon.
It's like a nurse joy,
Jenny.
yeah.
Yeah. That I could understand. And even as like a random NPC that's not at the store, I can still understand. But if you're working with a main story character, like there are few seemingly story characters that aren't reused. So I don't understand why the other ones aren't the same.
You're probably not going to want to hear this, but if you ever did want to, just for shits and giggles, I technically have Dragon Quest XI on Steam, so you could play that and see like what the most modern 3D Dragon Quest is like, because I don't think that is an issue in the newer game.
I mean, I can give it a shot. I don't know how well the computer will handle it, but...
It's... A Switch can run that game, so you'll be fine.
Okay.
Again, if you want to. It's...
We'll see.
All these stories have pros and cons, but yeah. I liked 11. I guess I finished 11, so I must have liked it more than 7. Or it's just easier to get into.
Also, I wonder whose design idea it was that anytime like someone joins your party, there's like a 30-second tune that plays and you can't do anything else. It just stays on that screen for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, please, why are you like holding me hostage here? Just let me do things.
That's just a Dragon Quest thing. They are so in love with... I'm just going to say it and it's going to sound mean, but like they love sniffing their own farts. And it's like... I get it. It has like this prestige and like nostalgia for so many people, but like I am not a fan of the Dragon Quest main theme, and I think it's because I've heard it so much. And every time there's new Dragon Quest, you hear the one song. Like, let each game have its own song. Final Fantasy, for example, has like they have the little piano tune that they use for the crystals, but each game has like the unique signature song that you remember it for. Like 7, you think of Cloud's theme or the Overworld theme, for example. Or 9 is that one song that I forget the name, Melodies of Life, and it's really pretty. Like they all have like their own flavor. Like
This one's like, we paid for this music in the first Dragon Quest. We're getting our fucking money's worth by never doing a different one.
it's weird because they at least do different battle themes and boss music, but like for towns and for saving and for when a person joins you, like a lot of that stuff is just reused. And I don't know, I wish they wouldn't do that anymore, but seeing the trailer for Dragon Quest 12, they use the same song, so anyway.
And there's also again a design choice of theirs, I suppose, that like you'll have this cutscene and the characters are all talking and they're figuring out something, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go to this space, and then it stops the cutscene. You go over to a door, open up a door, and the cutscene continues. And like, I don't know if they did that because they thought, oh, let's make this more interactive, but like, there's literally been 2 cutscenes spread apart by like me opening up a single door or something. It's like you couldn't just show me doing that anyways. Like, I don't know. It seems
I
a
guess,
little odd.
again, you have to remember this was on the PS1, and it had like very simple. Even though it was on the PS1, it looked like a Super Nintendo game, a 3D Super Nintendo game. Like, so I can imagine like how that played out in the original, and it's just how the game was. Like nowadays, yeah, it would just be one scene where they're continuously talking, but
Because I just don't know like how much more memory or power or whatever things they were working with limitations on just to move my character to the door, open it, and continue. But hey, I don't know how
Are you
that
going
worked.
from like indoors to outdoors? Because that would be a big deal.
I feel like it was all taking place in a cave, but maybe it counted as indoors, outdoors. I don't know.
Oh, well, Dragon Quest is fun, even if it is kind of annoying sometimes. And it's cute, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's going to take me a little while because I'm playing like what I can only assume is going to turn out to be a 40-50 hour game in 30-minute chunks.
Yeah, that's fair. We can move on then if you want.
Sure, let's do a game of yours.
Speaking of long games. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I talked a little bit about NTE last time, Neverness to Everness, and it was the new gacha game. I wanted to try it. As I was playing it, the story and characters weren't really grabbing me. And the combat also wasn't as... It's fine, but it kept making me think of Genshin. Like, so much of it is like, oh, this is like Genshin, this is like Genshin. So I decided, you know what? I haven't played Genshin in forever. There's been a bunch of new updates because it's a live service game. So, like, the story is, like, into the brand new chapter where they went to the new country of Nodcry, and, like, there's some lunar phenomena going on. And I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here, but yeah, I've seen some patches, like, in about 10... I don't know if it's 10 days or so, the new patch comes out, and, like, there's going to be a new zone. And, I don't know, you probably would not guess where they're going. Because they're literally going to the moon.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to give me a shot, but sure. I was just thinking, oh, a different country is like, well, they have Japan, they have Korea, they have China. Maybe they're going to India or something. But
We've already did India.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it started like Europe, then China, then Japan, then India, sort of. Then Fontaine was like France, like water France. And then the new place was... with the dinosaurs was like sort of like American base, like South and North America all is one kind of jumbled thing.
Oh, yeah, the Americas dinosaurs.
The Americas, yeah. Because like there's canyons and stuff and like tribes. And then we were going to go to Russia. Russia was like the last country, the cryo country of ice.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But they didn't go there yet. They went to some other like some other country that's like neutral or something. And then from there we're like, apparently there's stuff to do with the moon. Like right now, they're having the Chinese Lunar Festival, and I don't know if they just like permanently added it to the game.
I was going to say, wasn't that done in like March or something?
Yeah, the event itself is done, but like I guess the quest is still active because they tied it in with important story, maybe because it's still available to me. Huh. But it's fun because when you go to Liyue, the Chinese capital in the game, it's like all dolled up in like paper lanterns and stuff, and it's really pretty.
I mean, yeah, why not keep all the fun celebration stuff?
And, like, I guess the story this time has something to do with the moon. And, like, people are talking about how there was, like, an eclipse, but it was kind of like a minor eclipse. And they were like, oh, it's the frog spirit. He jumped up to bite the moon. And, like, this whole story about that. And figuring out what's going on with that. And I guess there was like a new expansion to Mondstadt as well. I don't know if you remember Mondstadt, but north of Storm Terror's tower, there was like nothing. But now there's like this whole new world space that's like this...
And Mondstadt was the beginning place.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
The European zone. They put like this harbor town. And you can tell, because if you go to Mondstadt, that's like the first city in the game. And then you go to this harbor town, like they just have gotten way better at designing the environment and cities in general.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that even going from Mondstadt and then, like, what, the second or third place? Or the Chinese place, I think?
Yeah, when it first released, it would be just Mondstadt and Liyue. The one you went into was an added one later.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, even that zone was like, whoa, this area of Liyue looks way nicer than the other areas. And it was like the tea farms and stuff. It was really pretty. So Mondstadt got that treatment, and I got to go there and do like a quest. And the thing that struck me about Genshin Impact versus NTE was the characters and the stories in Genshin are just so much better and so much more interesting to me. Like there was a story in the harbor town where like, oh, one of these nights he's gonna be promoted to captain, and he's gonna be like the new youngest captain ever. So we have to help him do stuff, and he's not ready for it. He's a little shit. He has some trauma, whatever. I guess I'll spoil a little bit of the story, because who gives a shit? Basically, like, one of the big bads from India was one of the Russian dudes that was, like, a doctor, I guess, and he would experiment on people, right?
Yeesh.
So he was experimenting a little bit with somebody from Mondstadt, and this dude who used to be like a knight was, doing some bad stuff to like the local fauna because they were trying to make the animals, well, the monsters kind of like go crazy with rage and power. Ugh. And they were going to use that to like not only cause chaos, but they can also like use it on like soldiers to make them stronger.
Oh no.
So like this kid was kidnapped as a kid along with his friend, and they were about to get experimented on, but like luckily they got saved in time. But like they still had to be like transported, and like they were basically held prisoners, and but something happened to the kid, and like he's like a knight now, and he wants to protect people, but he also wants power because he's like, I'm not strong enough, blah blah blah. So he's like falling into the whole like, oh, we can go now that the evil doctor's gone, we can go back and use that stuff ethically for ourselves. So like it starts just kind of innocently enough. At some point, they're like talking to this old captain that's about to retire, and he's an old ass man, and he's like, well, he's like dying, I guess. But they use like that stuff that like turned the monsters to crazy powerful. Like they diluted it a lot to like help him live longer, but they didn't tell him what they were doing. So they were like basically drugging him without his consent, and like the whole story of like.
That's where the ethics comes in. You have to have consent for this shit.
Yeah, and like the story and stuff was really good. I'm explaining it poorly, but like it was really interesting to see. I hate this little kid. I don't want anything to do with him. He should not be a captain. It gets found out what he's doing, so he doesn't get to be a captain.
Yay.
So like he has to suffer some consequences for all this stuff. But he's also going through a lot of trauma too, because he like almost got killed and shit. So, but the fact that him and his friend were like, it's kind of tough because like they have this old man mentor who's almost like their dad figure, and he's like old and dying. So they're like, we're going to use this and he's going to live longer. We don't want him to die yet. But like it's obviously kind of fucked up what they're doing, and like,
well, yeah.
And at the same time, they're also using like more potent version of that drug to like buff themselves up to be strong, and it's like causing them to have rage problems. So the whole
so it's steroids.
Kinda, maybe like magic steroids or something. So like the story of like, oh, we want to use these to make ourselves stronger, but we're also going to use it on dad so that he doesn't die, and like all of that going together, and like it was really well done, and I actually really enjoyed that story. So I do like stories in games, but the thing about Genshin and other story games that I like, it intersperses that with like, now I can go explore, now I can go have a combat segment. Ooh, there's some new enemies. Oh, there's some treasure over there, or some new puzzle. You remember in that part of Liyue that you visited with the tea gardens and stuff? Yeah. They had that little like flying fish type thing where you could like hook onto the thing and like it would guide you.
Get up the mountains, yeah.
Yeah. They brought something like that to that part of Mondstadt, but it's like, it's not a little fish, it's like a bird this time. And you can almost kind of free fly for just a little bit with it. So it was kind of fun just exploring.
I think maybe that's... And I realize that this is because it's an old PS1 game, so I'm not going to shit on it for that. But there's no real exploring in Dragon Quest. Like, yeah, you're going to new islands and stuff, but when you're out and about, unless there's monsters actively around you, everything's just barren.
Yeah, I guess when you go into dungeons, there's chests and stuff. I will say one plus side of Dragon Quest and like regular console games is that when you find a treasure chest, the stuff you get in it is maybe going to be useful. Whereas like when I'm in Genshin, like if I open a treasure chest, it's basically just numbers.
That's obvious for a gacha game.
Yeah, so that is the one thing that's kind of sad about it. But I still like the world enough to just being in it and exploring and having fun is enjoyable to me.
Yeah, I'm sure in like, I don't know, in Dragon Quest 11, because it's more modern, is there more exploration to actually have? Like, maybe not on the grand scheme of like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bit more than this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like I don't know if you would count it as a big open world. Sometimes I can just kind of feel like it blends in, but
like, even if it's divided by, like, sections or something, if it's more filled out, just feels more alive.
The towns definitely feel more alive, and, like, it also helps that the dungeons aren't just, like, squares with, like, staircases.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does have that. And even, like, in Genshin, like, the dungeons are kind of whatever. Like, one of the dungeons we went into was, sometimes you'll go into, like, oh, this is a dungeon made by the gods or something, so it just makes no sense. It's like floating pillars and stuff. And sometimes it's like, oh, this dungeon is like a laboratory. So it's kind of makes more sense, I guess. It depends. The thing with Genshin, because it's a live service game, like you can tell the difference between like early areas and then like the late areas where they've, had more experience and stuff.
Shit, even in TV shows, you had like the fucking Next Generation or any Star Trek. It's like, oh, we're in a cave now. It's the same cave as last time.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no variance here.
Yeah, kinda. I actually did just go into a cave for one of the quests. I had to, I'm using my original account, which means I don't have like all the characters and stuff. I'm kind of like, not quite restarting, but almost.
Like a half and half.
Yeah, because I did a bunch of reroll accounts back in the day, right? And I lost access to those because they were like, oh, we need to confirm you're of age, and they're taking security more seriously now, so like you have to go back to your email and like check. But that was a throwaway email that doesn't exist anymore. So I can only access my actual one that's attached to my email, which is fine because
naughty.
It means I can experience new characters and not feel so overpowered. Because that is one thing when I went back last time, is like I'm already kind of just set with these characters. But now I don't have many characters on this. I do have some, and my traveler has like a really good 5-star sword, so
you lose some, you gain some.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And like the event in a week or two is gonna go to Fontaine, and one of the characters that they're giving away for free is Charlotte. Anyone who's played Genshin and knows who Charlotte is, she's not like super crazy, but she's like this ice character she's like a reporter, and her weapon is like this ice camera thing. But she's a healer. Crucially, she's a healer, an ice healer. The only healers I have right now are Barbara and Noelle, which are like the game. They just give you those characters. They're not like super good. So it'll be nice to have an ice healer. So I want to make sure I get that.
I'm intrigued how you turn ice into healing. That's usually painful, but...
Well, I mean, I guess you could say water could be healing, but like Noelle's an earth healer. There's been other ice healers.
Is there a fire healer? Because I'd love to see how they justify that, too.
Kinda. One of the characters can heal with fire, but it's not like his main thing, and he'll never heal to full health. And there's people that use water, like, negatively. Like, the water archon, her little water creatures actually sap your health. But she can then, like, switch over to a Healy version. But there's also a thunder or lightning healers, and... Yeah, it's not really based on element. It's just like more like their kit and what the character does. So yeah, it's been fun playing Genshin again. I just started the quest line to get back into Japan, so like that's how far back I am in the progression.
Oh boy, you had a lot to go through.
Yeah, I'm doing the quest. We're like, oh, we gotta hire this ship, and we're gonna go to Japan, and the Shogun doesn't want people in the country, so you have to go to the port city and like do a bunch of documents and stuff. And the Shogun is really bad at the beginning.
Man, who'da thunk it?
But I've been enjoying it, and like even though I'm doing a lot of like the old quests, there's also still like new quests that I've been running into, which are also fun. So I don't know. It's just there's something about that game, and like I feel like the combat is more strategic than NTE, or maybe it's just because I'm not used to NTE, or I don't have enough characters and experience in that game. But at least when I play Genshin, I can like sort of like, oh, this character does this, it'll pair up really well with this character, or there's more combos, I think, because in NTE they have kind of like that element, let's call it a pentagon, but like if your character is like on the opposite end of that, they can't really interact at all, so like that limits team comp, whereas in Genshin almost every element can interact with each other, minus I think wind does not interact with earth, and I think Dendro also doesn't interact with earth or wind. But there's more possibilities. Like fire can interact with earth and wind, but it also can interact with ice and water and lightning. So like it's easier to like think about teams that you're building together.
Whereas NTE is more restrictive.
Yeah. Like I only had like, maybe I just had bad luck with my NTE account as well, because it's a gacha game. Like you can't just like, oh, I met this person in the story, now I can control them. I wish it were that easy, but it's sadly not. So my account in NTE is really bad, and like I didn't get any of the 5 stars or whatever that I wanted without using the selector. So all the gacha ones I pulled were just characters I don't want to use. Like a furry or this fucking little demon girl that I'm not going to use ever. So I don't know. Also, Genshin just runs a million times better. Obviously, it's an older game, so
come back in like maybe a year or so and see if NTE has improved, or are you good with just like, nah, I'm done, I don't think I want to see this even if it did?
I might go back. I did end up unlocking the Porsche skin, so it's like, oh, that's something that everyone's been trying to get, and I just got lucky with it. I think it was like less than a 2% chance to get that, and I somehow got it.
Hot damn.
But I think I'm going to play Genshin because, well, let's just say the past 2 days I have not touched NTE at all. I've just been playing Genshin. Part of that is because I know there's like more content coming, and like I want to see this content. I've seen the trailers for like, and I've seen hints of the story about like the moon. There's something to do with the moon, and I don't know how much you remember of like Genshin's story. Like you and your brother like fell to the earth or something from like a meteorite or something like that. It's been kind of a mystery.
I think it was kind of like you got sucked into some like digital rift or something.
No.
Or at least that's what it looked like. I remember black and red squares.
Yeah. I think that's just this goddess's powers. It didn't really have anything to do with like digital stuff. But I don't know, maybe. Who knows? We don't really fully know what is going on. As I'm playing through this character again, like I'm going through some of the old story segments, and like I'm seeing things that like, oh, that connects to something I know from in the future. And that's kind of interesting and fun too. And because Genshin is like so ongoing, it's almost like a TV show where like there's just more and more is still going to happen. So it's kind of fun to like keep up with it every so often. I'm not going to be the type of player that's all I play forever, but like jumping in every year or so is pretty fun. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I want to see what the new patches are, especially apparently the moon is a big deal. You know how the Archons, like you met the Archon of Wind, you never met the Archon of Earth. Or apparently there's a moon goddess as well, and that's a thing. So
I can't wait to hear you guys traveling to the sun.
I don't know about that. And I don't know how this whole moon thing is working out because I'm not that far in the story. I've just seen trailers and stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the thing that's happening. Sure.
I hope they put on some like silly astronaut costumes or something for them.
It's going to be some magical mumbo jumbo.
No.
I don't know why or how it works, but yeah, it's funny. Even like back in the day, back when I jumped back into it the first time, like I got to Fontaine. It's like, whoa, they got like clockwork robots here. And then I'm seeing like some of these other nations, they got robots too. And like now this other country, we're going to go to the fucking moon. So it's like, I don't know. Meanwhile, I'm like, if you go back to Mondstadt, it's like, it's just like some medieval European village. There was like those ruin garters stomping around in the wild, but those were like ancient robots. But like some of the countries have modern robots. So I don't know. It's interesting, even if it's a little silly. But that's another thing too, speaking of silly. NTE is like an anime that, I don't know how to say this. Like it's goofy And goofy can be good, because Genshin can be goofy too. Like, especially with Paimon and your Traveler, like, they have a lot of, like, sarcastic interactions, which can be funny. But there's something about NTE where, like, maybe it's, like, the heavy puppet movement of the characters. They're just so exaggerated. I don't know. Like, the humor just never hit me. It just always made me feel cringe. It could just be the characters, too, because some of the character designs I just don't like.
That's fair.
So, I don't know. I'm enjoying Genshin. I'm going to keep playing this one for a while. You're going to see me playing this a lot, but I'll try to, like, break it up by you pulling me to stream and play other things when we stream.
That's fair. And it's funny because, like, every time you explain a game, or even just for this instance, you explaining Genshin, it almost makes me want to play, and then I remember, like, what I have to go through, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I got so many other things to play. But I do look forward to hearing all the story stuff from you. So.
Yeah, the gameplay stuff, it's like, it's the gacha stuff that's so annoying. I wish that wasn't part of the game. But I can look past it because if I get through that stuff, it's kind of like me paying for the game, even because I'm not paying a damn cent ever.
Yeah.
So I will deal with, I got to go to this dungeon to get like 7 books to, make my thing a little bit stronger or whatever. But I do wish that was not part of the game. And I wish all the characters you could just get from, like, the story.
Leveling normally and stuff.
Yeah. I know that really killed it for you, because, like, when we played it, you got to that point where they're like, okay, things are starting to level up, and you need to get stronger. Now it's time to go into the dungeons to get the books and the rocks and the shit. And that's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, and I don't want to. So I'll just wait for you to go through the story and tell me the story, and I can enjoy it secondhand.
Yeah. Trying to think if NTE, like, maybe one day that story will get better.
Yeah, I mean,
the last thing I did in that game, and I swear to God this is real, they had, like, the character guide, the progression thing, like, your account level's like level 15 now, you can do this, and if you unlock this, it'll, like, unlock the next stage. So I'm like, this is a quest I have to do to unlock progression, right? It's not something I can just skip. So I sit down and go to do it, and it's like, you meet one of the delivery driver ladies who's, like, running a side hustle. She has an employee, this pink-haired girl, right? And you have to, like, meet up with her, and she wants to go to this, like, band thing, like a music venue.
Okay.
I think I talked about this last time in NT, but, like, this is a world full of anomalies and, like, just weird stuff that happens. So there's been, like, this anomalous space that appeared where, like, people get invited to just compete in music battles. And sometimes people go to compete, sometimes people just go to watch, and she wanted to go watch. But then, like, we get to this bar, and they let us practice on their guitar and drums, and suddenly it becomes, actually, I want to learn how to play the guitar. So you're helping her learn the guitar, and, like, you have to play the drums and play a drum mini game.
Oh, boy.
So it's just basically, it becomes this, like, story of, like, we're visiting our band's hideout, and you recruit another girl, and you're basically making a band, right? And you're practicing every night, and, like, it's just so boring and tedious. Like, man, I do not care about this at all. They're like, make sure to come back tomorrow because we have to practice and get better and prepare for the big day. And it's like, okay, go back to your home and sleep. Now read your messages on your phone. Now go back to the bar so you can practice again. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
Oh, no, they brought up the, like, daily missions or whatnot.
It's not even a daily mission because it's, like, in-game days, not real days.
Oh, that's even worse.
So it's like, it's like, time to go home, and then you click wait and, watch the clock tick in-game and then go back, and it's just like, the characters are cute, and it's fun, and it's sweet, and I'm sure some people fucking loved it, watching, the barkeeper girl, she was so grumpy, but then she ended up joining the band, too, isn't that sweet and lovely? And it's like, I just don't care. I don't know, man. I just do not care about that story at all.
It is interesting to see, like, what stories interest you and then which ones don't.
There was one that...
Like, even in a general sense of you.
Yeah. There was one that happened. I didn't finish it because I was just kind of getting tired of NTE, but one of the main quest ones was like, these weird mannequins are appearing. Is it people getting turned into mannequins? And they're trying to figure that out, and they're like, no, it's not. But then we end up meeting this one girl who's, like, really weird, and she's been having an issue. So she says that every day after work, strictly, I forget if it's like 9 o'clock or 10 p.m. or something, she'd be walking through the parking lot, and she just gets attacked by this hooded figure. she has to sit there and take it for 10 minutes. And this like thing is just like attacking her and beating her up and like stabbing her and stuff. But it doesn't hurt her. She feels no pain.
What the fuck?
So she's like, I just been dealing with it because like I'm fine, but it's still annoying and scary. So like her friend's like, oh, you should go talk to, the main character's people in their organization because they deal in anomalies. It's like, clearly this is an anomaly because it's not hurting you. But like, the stress and trauma of being attacked every night is going to fucking get to you.
Yeah, really. If it doesn't get you physically, it's getting you mentally.
So that hook was interesting. I was like, oh, what is going on here? And then we go and we're seeing it and like, yeah, this like weird like monster thing is attacking her and we have to fight it. And
is it like attacking only her specifically?
Yeah.
Huh. Did they figure out why or no?
And like it would attack her, but still like when we saw it happen, and like the attacks would just like go through her. Like they didn't hurt her. And no, I didn't figure out what happened because I didn't keep playing. But I will say, yeah, at least that point I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. But at the same time, like I had already started playing Genshin at that point. I was going back and forth. I was doing like, oh, I'll play NT in the morning, Genshin at night. And after like 2 or 3 days of Genshin, I'm just like, I just want to play Genshin. So I stopped playing NT. So sadly, I didn't figure out what happened there. But I don't know. It has potential, but maybe I should just let it cook for a while and come back later.
Yeah, you can give us an update in a year.
If I do decide to go back. Because like at the same time, like Genshin is also going to be updating. And I know at some point I'm going to get tired of Genshin as well and be like, okay, I'm putting this on pause too. But for now, I'll just enjoy this, and then maybe when Ace Combat comes out, I'll just get that and play that.
And when does Ace Combat come out?
I think autumn of this year.
I guess most games are in August or September, right?
Yeah, sometime in autumn. So I still have summer to play through Genshin, and we'll see how that goes. They're adding a skip dialogue function in the next patch for Genshin.
Do you think it was influenced by NTE at all, or
other gacha games? I don't know. It's long overdue, and that's going to help me get through some of the older story missions. Because, like, I do like the story in Genshin, but, like, for the ones I remember, or the boring ones, I can just skip through. I will say one thing that really pisses me off about Genshin, they are, like, the highest income video game of, like, history. They just make millions and millions every day. Like, it's crazy if you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
They have zero excuse for releasing content without voice acting anymore.
Oh.
Because, like, as I'm going through, like, the old quests with, like, the Geo Archon, Zhongli, I really love that dude's voice. He's got, I don't know, there's something about him and his character, too. He was the god of Liyue or whatever, and he, like, helped bring commerce and money into the world or whatever. And his whole thing is like, well, I'm hanging up my divinity or whatever because of story reasons. So now I'm trying to live as a normal man. And like just the struggles of like, oh, I forgot. I can't just make money come out of everything now. So like one of the characters is like, you could have like put a savings to the side and lived off to that. And he's like, oh yeah, that would have been a great idea. And it's just really funny. Like all the little things. It's really good. Meanwhile, with NTE, I'm trying to think of any story or characters that I like and just, there's a few that are okay, but anyway, I'm getting scrambled and everything. This is the interesting thing about live service games. I'm not paying a dime and I never will, but it's fun to be like, I'm jumping back in to see all the new stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. I've kind of done something vaguely similar in the sense that, well, it's a gacha game and it's live service. Obviously, I guess that's kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
And recently, Battle Cats is just started. I think it started on Juneteenth, oddly enough, where they're celebrating their 13th anniversary.
Okay.
And it actually goes on for like basically a month, I think, almost a full month. And this celebration is having like, it's kind of a mix between what is the Power Rangers, but in Japan, Sentai?
Yeah.
Something like that?
I think it is Sentai.
So it's like the color-coded people. And they have the color-coded cats. And this first week, I don't know if it stops in the first week, but the first cat is the red cat. And you go through all their stages, and you have to beat the stages and get, the little tokens. And you use the tokens to try and unlock the red cat.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it yet. I still gotta keep trying, blah, blah, blah. So they're like the Zentai fighters at first, where you get all the colored cats. And then I think one of the missions is that if you unlock all of the cats together, they'll like come together almost as like a, yeah, I guess the Power Rangers,
The Megatron thing.
or
Oh,
whatever.
Megazord, yeah.
And then you'll unlock that as like its own separate character, and it's like this big mecha or something.
Oh, cool.
So it's pretty simple. It's obviously not to the like, it's not even to NTE levels of writing here. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a cute little silly.
is there any
mobile
writing
game.
in Battle Cats? There's no story at all in Battle Cats, right?
Not really. I mean, it's just like, hey, you get this character. I mean, there's writing in the sense of like the descriptions for the cats and all the enemies, but even all of them don't have descriptions yet.
Yeah.
I think all the characters you can play as have descriptions, but the enemies, there's at a certain point in the bestiary, if you will, that
They just stopped bothering.
yeah, there's just no descriptions anymore for whatever
fair
reason.
enough, whatever.
But it's kind of cute, and like I said, it's gonna go on for a month or two, so each week is a new thing, and you'll have more, I guess, storylines or just different like battlefields to go to.
Yeah.
And unlock the different characters. So.
It's a gameplay game, not a story game.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But it still is like, I guess I'll try the anniversary stuff and see what goes on, see if I can collect the cats, and that's it. Nothing super huge, but at least it's just a little game you can play for, half an hour each day or something.
Yeah, that's fun.
So that's basically my stuff.
Well, I guess that's it, unless I talk more. There was other story stuff in Genshin I didn't bring up, but that's probably fine for now.
Well, since you're going to be playing that for so long, we can have a little bit of a Genshin section each week, I guess.
Okay. There was, yeah, I'll try to remember to say the next week the story about Fischl that really, like, surprised me. Like, that's the thing. Like, after playing NTE, I was like, oh, I'm going to go back to this and probably not like it either. But no, they do good stories here. There's a character that originally I did not really like too much in Genshin. But in this update, she got like a new story part, and I'm like, oh, this is why she's like this. Oh, that's cute. That's fun. Okay, I get it now.
She had a character arc.
Yeah, and maybe I'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, maybe for here. That's enough for us now.
Yep. Alrighty then.
So we'll see you guys next week, and hopefully a little bit more than just Genshin updates.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the game I stream too, so I'll have at least 2 things to talk about. And any news stuff that pops up if we want to talk about news. I don't think I know any news stuff this week, though.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye.